Hello everyone, this is Josh Explain Place, and today we continue to grow, expand, and improve our city of New Paris in Cities Skylines 2 in this episode number 6. In our previous video, we built our first bus station and we created a couple of new lines for the city to get better coverage for public transportation. And in this episode, we are gonna have to build a new facility for garbage processing. So let's begin. I do believe our bus station is working really well. We always have to make sure to check on the status of the lines to see if we have to increase or decrease the number of vehicles. In this case, the bus line is being used 38%, and there's only 77 people here. So that means that we're fine. Same thing in here. There's not a big concentration of people waiting in line. If we have more big blue circles like in here, that's huge. It's a huge line of people waiting for this service. That's just crazy. It's the whole block basically. So in that case, I think we should try to increase this to maybe 9. In the not so distant future, this avenue will have a tram, and I think that's gonna look even nicer. And the tram will fit smaller bus routes. Again, this is one of the issues that I have with this game. We don't have smaller buses. In City Skylines 1, we had the, if I recall correctly, is the content creator pack that allowed us to have more bus types, which were smaller buses or bigger buses, double-decker buses. In here, we only have one or two if you count the electric vehicle as a electric bus as a different one. And so I think that, again, that's something that the game should work on for the future. And so what are we trying to do in this episode? The reason why this plant is only working at 46% instead of 92% is because there is garbage piling up. And as you can see in here, not this one, but in here, the processing is too low. There's barely any more landfill available, and so we have to take a very, very drastic measure. We do need to build a incinerator plant, and the first thing that we need to do is to make sure that we can buy it in the progression tree. So that's that. Anything else that we should buy for now? Let's do the university. Again, we don't have money, but I think that's something good. And in here we have the train. So let's buy the train. That might be easier to put in there later. And so now we have access to the incinerator plant. And I believe we need to know which style we want to unlock. And I think I want this to be unlocked. So we're also gonna have to buy another tile. And hopefully there will be no issues with this avenue. It's gonna get kinda messy. Yeah, it's gonna be a little bit messy. But, you know, that's why we play the game. So we have all these issues with all these roads and all these buildings. Where's the fun in not having problems with a city? So I think we're gonna place it in here. Once again, I don't wanna get such a large loan, but we're gonna have to do it. Let's do 1 million. Let's accept. And just for now, because we have good demand, let's increase this to 11. Right? And we're gonna see that our budget's still not that bad, but we're also gonna have to build this. And let's leave 1. You know what? No, that's fine. Let's do it. Yeah, let's leave 1. And we also need to have the power lines. So let's try to make them as easy as we can. And again, we'll fix them later. Okay. Because we're also gonna be producing more electricity. And there's no water in here. Why is there no water? Not enough water. So let's take a look at this. And we're gonna have to increase our water and sewage to 100. I think that's gonna take us to the clear. There you go. We will have to build another pump station soon, right? Or we can upgrade this, but not right now. And you can start seeing this already working. What we are gonna do, or what I want to do, is to start emptying this landfill. That way we are able to zone this as industrial, which we do have some demand for, as you can see in here. We have demand almost for everything, which is fine. Again, we're not losing people. Again, everything's fine, and we're only making this much money. So what we need to make sure is to continue to expand our city in order for us to continue not only paying our loans, but continue making more money, because we are at a crossroads. And of course, we're also gonna get a milestone, and we're gonna get some money, and we'll use that money when we need it. As you can see here, we're doing well. So let's that run its course and continue working over. And we have demand again for everything. So let me work on this little curved road that I don't think is gonna go anywhere else. And we're gonna do, let's do medium density for now in this little road. So let me work on it really quick. That worked out pretty well. Of course, whenever we build new residential zones, you're gonna see an influx of new people, which means that your traffic is gonna increase. And again, that's fine at the beginning. If traffic continues, then that's a whole different issue. But let's also try to make this intersection a little bit better. And let's see what we can do. Yeah, let's do it like this. And that way, there's more people that have access to turn right. And let's also make sure that there's nobody parking here. There you go. And let's do the same thing in here. There you go. I think that's gonna work really well, really cool. And again, now we got to milestone number 9. We unlocked Great Town, and we got Morris's Supermarket. And you know what? Let's put that in here. Let's find it. We can find it. Let's see. Morris's Supermarket. Oh, that's huge. Sure. Let's put it. Let's put it here. And let's add another road that comes out from here, so that we can try to do some a little bit of zoning in here. But let's first make sure that there's no light. There you go. And as you can see in here, I tried to put a little bit of green. And I think what I also want to do is to zone a little bit more. So let's try to do this to make sure that everything that's zoned is only three tiles wide. And let's make sure to add something in here. There you go. So let's add, and in here we're gonna do high density, right? And I think we can add a little bit of high density commercial in here. Sometimes it's weird, right? You can see in here, like, is there a reason why this is a little bit greener than here, where every single person has to drive or pass by in order to get to the avenue? Right, sometimes it just the game doesn't make any sense. But it's hopefully it's gonna go rather well. Let's see all these people. And if I recall correctly, we don't have any taxi depots, and I think that's something that we should add. Let's add a small one, and we're gonna place it in here. That's something that I forgot whenever we built this in our previous episode. So I'm gonna place it here. Again, just for now. And I'm also gonna add a taxi shelter here. And in this case, because there's a taxi shelter, I will take off this. That way it's easier for taxis to park in there, as you can see right now. Really cool. This one, let's also do electric taxis, and let's do dispatch center. And just for the sake of it, because there's so very few vehicles, let's do this extension garage depot, and trying to see where would be a good idea to put another taxi shelter. And let's just put it here. I think that's gonna be fine. Yeah, that looks good. We're doing well in terms of money. As you can see here now, we're getting more money for the electricity. We used to do like 30-20, so now it's a whole lot more, which help us with this. That's why we're making good money in here. And we do need to kind of invest a little bit on this. And I want to do maybe, let's see what the UK primary school is. 500. This one is 1,000, but would be enough. So this one is 1,000, or we can do the urban, which is 1,200, or the community. Let's see. Let's do it like this. Where can I put it? Well, let's put it here behind the supermarket. But do we want to put another road? Yeah, let's put another road in here. you go. Let's do this here, which should help us. Let's add the extra classrooms and the other extra classrooms, and now we have 1,550 spots available, which are filling up really fast, which is really good. And now let's do, we still have issues with the crematorium, but I think that's fine for now. We have the crematorium in here. Yeah, we should be fine with the crematorium. Let's see if we can add a couple more of these mailboxes. Let's add one here. That way everybody has access to send their letters. That's also important. And I think we forgot to add some mailboxes in here. So let's make sure that all of these people have access to mailboxes. There you go. We do need more capacity. We're less than half in capacity, so we'll have to actually add a regular post office, because I think we have the small one. Right, yeah, we have the small post office, so we're gonna need a larger one. And as you can see, the traffic is almost gone. So basically, whoever needed to, well, sorry, it's in this one, yeah. In this one is gone. So whoever needed to come and live in here, they're done. Right? And so based on the success of this little medium and then high, which I truly think it's still messed up, but we'll go with it. As you can see, a lot of taxis came here. So let's try to replicate this in this little area. So we'll be back. And I think that's working really well. We have an issue with healthcare. And I think we can add another medical clinic, medical practice. And I think we can do it in here. Or let's wait. Let's wait just a little bit. I know there's a lot of people that need medical assistance, but I think we should be fine for now. There's 10 vehicles in use, and let's take a look at this one. This one has, let's add another. Oh, that's invalid shape. Yeah. Sometimes it's a little bit annoying that you cannot build or upgrade your building based on the fact that the game just doesn't allow you just because you're close to the road. That's why it's a little bit annoying that we need to do all of this. It's gonna cost me 71,000 to move this medical practice. And in that case, I rather build another medical clinic. So let's do that in here really quick. And we'll place it... we'll just place it here for now. And that should be helpful. There's no reason why it should be that way. But sometimes it's just not easy to do it. And let's add another ambulance depot while we're at it. And let's make sure to take off these lights. And let's continue adding the grassy median, right? And I think that's gonna work really well. There's 8 vehicles dispatched now, 10 out of 10, which means that that's gonna work really well for what we want to do. And I think that's just great. Right, again, we're having traffic issues, but that's because people are moving in here. That's actually pretty cool. We did these blocks in blocks of 5 tiles deep, and I think we should have done those in tiles of 4, in depths of 4. I think that's gonna work better for this European mixed housing. I think that's gonna work better because, as you can see in here, there's one tile that they're not utilizing. So I think that's our best bet. And as you can see, these buildings look really, really nice. And these people have issues with the hers. And again, I don't want to spend all our money right now. Our crematorium is 240, and we don't really have a real crematorium. You know what? Let's build it. We need to. We actually need to. And with this, what we're gonna do is we're gonna pay 500, which will lower our debt or our monthly cost of our debt from 213 to 123, which means that we're gonna be making a little bit more money. And that's great. As is already, we're making a really good, healthy profit. We were doing 900 earlier, but we added some more services like this school, and we added this medical clinic, which we definitely needed. And let's take a look at how horrible this traffic is. Can we help in any way, shape, or form? Just for right now, let's do this asymmetrical road, and hopefully that can help. Let's see. Once again, the main issue with traffic tends to be pedestrians. I will repeat what I've been saying, which is bicycles might help a lot, and maybe having some way better to have the pedestrians cross this, or just having the game create overpasses, right? Overpasses that don't require for us to use this, right? I think this is a lot. This is a lot for us to do overpasses with, and I think that it doesn't help our city. So if we had an overpass that went from here to here, another one from here to here, from here to here, we could avoid people walking, passing by, and blocking the cars from moving, because that's basically the issue. If there were no pedestrians, it would be easier. We can try to put this a little roundabout, but honestly, I don't think that's gonna be a fix, because people are still gonna have to walk. And also, I keep complaining about it. I wish we were able to place a little roundabout without having to destroy the building. As you can see in here, there's no reason why this whole building has to be demolished when it's only taking that corner tile, right? I personally think that that's something that where developers can improve. And so right now, things are going well. Unfortunately, I don't think I can do 3 Can we? No, we can't. Okay, so let me pause this game really quick. I think we can. We just need to get a little bit more creative. Let's put this in here. And now we can do it. And let's take a look and see if that's gonna help. I have no clue why people are walking. Right? Why are they walking? Is that something I'm missing? Because people shouldn't be walking on the highway. Where's this person going? So let's pause the game really quick. Destination Gilbert's. That's actually kind of incredible because yeah, we have use for this. So let's add another bus, I guess. That's very weird. Again, that's the game. We've managed to actually not do such a bad job in here. We need to figure out, because I think the way to start working on residential zones in here would be to continue this avenue and continue for it to go this way. I think that's gonna be great. And for the future, to have the highway break and go this way too. I think that would be helpful to do like a type of loop. And we have the space in this really nice valley. Really nice map. I actually like it. I kind of have issues with resources, right? Like I have issues with resources because you shouldn't just have this really small patch of land be able to have agriculture. I think that you just have like a whole an area that's bigger than this, and then you have it very sporadically, and that creates issues with how you want to build your city. But in here we will have to add agriculture, especially here and maybe here. Who knows, right? We don't want to deal with that yet. And then we have to think about the train. We need to think of where we're gonna put the railroad yard. Do we want to put it here? Do we want to put it somewhere in here to make this seem a little bit more realistic? But that means that we need to unlock 1, 2, 3, 4 tiles. And then where we're gonna put the terminal, well, not the cargo terminal yet, but at least the train station. And we'll see how that goes and how that's gonna connect. Because also this road has to connect here. This road will connect here. This road will go this way. And the city, automatically the city grows, right? That's just the way things work with these cities. And so let me try to connect this road that's a little bit too alone. Let's put it in here. And again, why did it have to do that? Why? There's no reason, but raciness. And so that's looking rather nice. I like that in this game, this looks a whole lot better than in City Skylines 1. It's not perfect, of course, because you still have weird road areas like this. But I think that overall it's looking rather nicely. And I think that once we unlock these 2 tiles, because I kind of want to do it already, You know what? Let's do it. And they're not that expensive because there's a lot of water. So yeah, it's not gonna be that bad. So let's do it. And why do I want to do it? Because I wanna continue this road. And let's see. Let's see what we can do. Let's try to continue this road like this. There you go. A little bit smaller. Yeah, I think that's gonna work rather nicely. We're gonna get here. Change just a little bit and then continue working. I think we should end it here. And then we can have this little road connect. Right, that looks rather nicely. Rather nice. And let's try to see if we can make this connect here, and this one also here. Let's make sure to delete this. And let me continue, and we'll be back. And I think that's working rather nice. We're gonna need water, of course. So let's upgrade this, and that should give us enough water. But we need another sewage outlet, so we're gonna place it in here. I also wish we were able to add these extra tanks easier, but you know, it doesn't work that way. I don't know why. So let's make sure we add these upgrades. And things are working rather nice. I did forget, so let me take these zones away. That we do have this other road that should meet here. And I think we need to make this avenue go up already so that this road can go under. And I think that's gonna work really well. Again, I really wish we were able to add better parks, but you know, that's how it is. Before we finish, let's see how we're doing with fire and rescue. And I think we're gonna need something for that. So let's do the UK firehouse is too expensive. So once again, let's do this German one. So we're gonna put it in here. And let's do also the German police station. So let's put it in here. It looks really nice, actually. And so that way we have coverage all the way here. So before we leave, let's take a look at electricity. We are producing 158 megawatts and we only require less than 55, which means that we are exporting over 100 megawatts, which is giving us 260,000. And that's just great. And we can also export water, but that's something that I don't want to do. That's a bit too much. It's paying for this monthly cost, of course. We still need to pay this loan, but things are going well. Very well, in my opinion. What do you think? Water, we just increased the output. So we're doing well. Same thing for the sewage. Healthcare, we are also doing well. We're gonna have to add another medical center in here and in here, but that's for later. Garbage, we are doing excellent now that we have this incinerator, which is also the reason why we are creating a lot of electricity. Let's just take a look at how this landfill is going with its emptying, and that's working really well. Again, once we have this fully empty, as you can see, it's going down, we will be able to zone all of these to be industrial. And once we unlock these other tiles, we'll also zone this industrial. Right, so everything is working really well there. It's fine. In terms of police, we're also doing well. There's not that big of a deal with crimes, and that's fine, even though we have a high crime success rate. But we'll add another police station here or here, and that should do the trick. With administration, we do wanna build a welfare office, and that should be for our next episode. That should help us a lot, and I think we can put it in here or somewhere in here. I think this is gonna work well, or maybe in here, right? But what we also need to focus on is education. We have very low capacity for elementary school, high school, and we don't even have a college or a university. So I also think that our next focus should be to have a university, or at the very least a college. And if we can take a look at this, the most affordable college is 750,000. So I think that's something that we need to think about and see where we want to put it. I think this would be a good place to put the college, but we'll see how that goes. We'll see how that develops, especially because it's closer to all these high density areas. And in terms of university, that's too expensive. I don't think we're gonna do that within the next couple of episodes, so we're fine with that. Now the most important thing, we continue to see the success of our bus lines. This bus line that goes outside, also it's very, very used. So let's add another vehicle. And it actually doesn't have any more vehicles, right? So we'll see, we'll take care of that right now. So this one is gonna have 6. This one is also gonna have, this one has 8 actually. This other line, which is line 7, that's gonna have, yeah, I think we're fine with 3. And let's go in here. This red line is being used 32%, which is good. The blue line, 82%, which is also really, really good. We have, I think this is where we're gonna put our first tram line, but that's not for right now. But that's part of the plan. We also have this yellow line that's barely being used. And we already took a look at the red line, so we're gonna do the orange line, which has a 91% usage. So let's add 1, and yeah, let's add 1. We don't have buses, but we are gonna add another extension, and just, yeah, let's just put it in here. That's gonna be great. And now we have up to 45 vehicles. And I think that's as much as we're gonna be able to do without unlocking this other tile. I don't think we can expand this a whole lot more. Yeah, I mean, we can do it in here, and that's for later, but we don't want to take any industrial zoning. So we haven't touched this area in a while, which is fine. We were finally able to do the incinerator plant that not only is it helping us with garbage, which we had issues with, especially in this plant. As you can see now, the efficiency is 94, only low because of mail, which we actually have to work on our next episode. We created more residential areas, like in this medium and high. And let's just destroy this. Maybe it's gonna give us issues. We'll see. But we have to continue increasing the happiness for our citizens. As you can see here, let's see, they are content. There's lack of entertainment and high taxes. So once we're able to lower this loan, which is at 1.4 million, we should be able to lower this a little bit more. And we don't lower it because the demand is still high, right? We have a high demand for residential zones, and we still have a lot of growth to do. But I think for this episode, we are doing a whole lot better. So as always, I want to thank you for watching this episode, for liking the video and leaving any comments in the comments section. Also, don't forget to subscribe. I would really appreciate it. And we'll see each other on our next video. Take care.